Welcome back here to Up North at 4. Sheldon Dennis, the owner of Blank Snowboards, joining us now. Owner, yes. And you might be thinking, this guy's way too young to be an owner. But you said you took over last March, is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
So how did you get involved with owning a snowboarding company?
So about, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, just traveling around, just snowboarding professionally for about 3 or 4 years. And then Blank was actually the one that sponsored me through all those years. And then I don't really remember how it came up, but just random phone call from the old owners, and they were like, would you ever be interested in buying the company? And I was like, absolutely.
And
so,
here you are.
And here I am, yeah, a year and a half later, and yeah.
Wow, okay, so we're talking, snowboards and skis, right? Kind of unusual time of the year to be talking snowboards and skis, but if you're a plan-aheaderer, which aren't a lot of people, is that you? Are you a plan-aheaderer?
No, but sure.
Should people be looking at snowboards now to purchase for the winter season next season?
I guess it's up to the person. If they, you know, a lot of people are kind of picky on what they like to ride, but it's kind of hard sometimes when, you know, you can't test out the board if you want to buy it. So through the summer, you know, depending on where you're at, like all of our summer business is overseas, Australia and all those places that actually have snow.
Were there actually snowboarding at that given time?
It's like it's kind of a tough decision, but I mean, if you know what you're looking for, it's always a good time, and our stuff goes pretty quick, so you know you don't want to miss out when middle of the season comes and you can't find the right board. So.
Absolutely. You were mentioning too right before we came back from commercial, you're working on skis right now. You're trying to find the perfect ski. What goes into that? How do you guys figure out what skis are the best, so
we get them manufactured, and then we have about 5 to 10 people, usually just kids that are competing, and we send them off to those people and say, hey, just destroy them. Like, just try to do everything you can, and see how well they hold up. And you know, if they hold up and you know all the skiers actually like them, then we're like, these are good for production. Put them in.
We can go ahead with it.
Yeah, and we've just been waiting on, you know, finding out which is the best ski, and you know, everything that goes into it. You know, you don't want anything being junk. And
do you think Jeff and I could get a pair like next winter, and we could just beat the you-know-what out of a pair of skis?
What was the word you used earlier? To shred it, or how do you destroy them? Yeah. So so back to snowboards. Do the styles change every year?
Yeah, so it depends kind of what we come up with. So for the past 2 years, we've kind of had the same models because we really liked them, and all of our good feedback, we like to stick with them. But we love incorporating, like next year we'll have a new shape. It's just a blunt shape, just kind of different shapes, and then there's a lot of engineering that goes into the board that changes. It's called camber. But yeah, it's like year to year that'll change sometimes, but we kind of go off the feedback of our customers, seeing like if they really like this, you know, we don't want to change it and mess it up, so we kind of stick with the same thing. We try to, at least.
Like Oreos. The original Oreo is the best.
They knocked it out of the park.
Yes.
And they're going maybe a little too overboard.
Don't get greedy.
Exactly. But obviously, you know, you took this over about a year and a half ago, like you were saying. What is sort of the goal then for you? Where do you kind of hope to take Blank Snowboards in the near future here? So
right now we're getting ready to build a new facility up in Tomahawk at my home, and that's kind of because it was started in Utah about 20 years ago, so we've kind of transitioned everything over to Wisconsin. That's kind of what we're in the process now, and my kind of goal is just to move it all here, get everything done just locally, and everything you know, nice and facilitated just in our area.
Absolutely,
and not be running around from Colorado to Utah and Wisconsin. And
kind of have everything a little localized.
Yeah, we really want it to just be here, and yeah, we just want to keep growing and growing.
Absolutely.
And then you'll make enough money to buy Twitter, right? And
him and Elon will be business
And then you'll bring
partners.
skis into the equation, right? Next fall, right? And that'll be the other part of your business.
Absolutely, yes. So yeah, once you are taking over Twitter with Elon, you know, we should stay in contact. But obviously, Sheldon, I want to ask you then too, for any people who are interested in maybe purchasing a board, or if they want to follow you on social media, where could they find some more info?
So they can find our Blank Snowboards on Facebook, on Instagram, and then our website, just blanksnowboards.com. And then they can find me just on Instagram. It's just Sheldon Dennis.
Perfect.
And yeah, and they can just scroll through that, and that's kind of where we update everyone pretty much month to month on what's going on, when they can start ordering, and kind of just daily updates of everything that's going on.
Oh, I love it too, yeah. Well, Sheldon, we appreciate you coming on. Hopefully, we're wishing you the best of luck here in the future in the move. So stick with us. We'll be right back here on Up North at 4.